Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back here. Children, adults, teen, LA like. Welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. Actually, this one's actually going to be more of an extremely blind-ish reaction because I don't know these two series, like, mostly at all. So this is going to be one of those, well, I'm just watching this out of curiosity's sake, and might as well showcase my reaction for it. So this death battle is Killua versus Misaka, I believe that's how you pronounce that name. Hunter x Hunter versus a certain magical index. And yeah, that's the name of the title of like the anime apparently. I think this particular character actually did get a slight spin-off of that, but I think it was called something like a certain kind of railgun, but I'm not 100% certain. So yeah, this is what they're doing. I'm not sure how to... what's the word? Classify this whole series, I guess? Mostly, it just does come down to the whole idea and, you know, comments, what do you call it? About, like, what I've gathered about these two characters from what I hear on who's going to win. I did hear about the next time though, which is spoiled for me, but I'm gonna double check it here. But from what I've seen, it actually could be interesting. Well, kinda, I'm a little bit biased towards it, but anyway. Whew, okay. The thing about like this fight in particular is that I think I might know who wins, and it's like, it's kind of really easy. But it could be still a fun-ish fight, maybe. I don't know. Like, I haven't heard anything, like, extremely great or bad about this episode, so, could be good. At least to me, I don't know. So, yeah, who do I think is gonna win? I think Misaka. If I'm mispronouncing her name wrong, I really apologize. But, yeah, I believe she should win this fight, I think. At least, you know, generally, she should be winning this fight. Ooh, excuse me. Hold on. Might need to hurry up. Sorry. Kinda need to put the screen filter on because, you know, Rooster Teeth, and it's, Rooster Teeth always copyright claims a lot of videos, especially with footage, so hey, maybe this might help. Maybe. I'm hoping. So, yeah, I'm not sure, like, what else to expect from this episode other than just maybe a good fight in terms of the animation, but I will say, this is actually an episode where it's kind of interesting to think about because one of the characters, at least series, I've heard about. The other one I haven't heard too much about. Like, I've heard of Hunter x Hunter, haven't seen it, I do plan on seeing it, though. But certain index I have not heard about, so I don't know like fully about these series. Although, yeah, I do want to mention I did hear about Hunter x Hunter and know little tidbits here and there, but I don't know the whole story and series stuff about it. So this is gonna be new to me. I did see the what do you call it? The preview for the Hunter x Hunter one, but not for Misaka's one. So Misaka's one is gonna be really new to me. But the reason why I'm saying this is because we could have gotten a Hunter x Hunter character earlier with one particular fight. A lot of people wanted to see, you know, Izuku Midoriya versus Gon from Hunter x Hunter, but we didn't get that, so it's kind of interesting that we got Killua now, so maybe things might go differently. I don't know. I don't know. So let's see how well this goes, because as far as I can tell, I think Misaka wins, as I said, so I'm going with her, unless they change my mind somehow. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it did. Alright, it didn't start fully to the end, but might as well just start it. You know, enough goofing around.
Killua Zoldyck, Hunter x Hunter's prodigious lightning assassin.
Ooh.
Misaka Mikoto, Academy City's ace electric princess.
Question: what is more terrifying than the all-powerful crackling might of lightning?
Lightning in the hands of cocky, hyper-talented teenagers.
Ooh.
Oh, the worst combination. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
There.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
The sprite world looks fine so far.
The
Although,
Zoldicks,
how's it
a
a distance
vicious family
will
of
look?
assassins known the world over. So infamous for their killing techniques, a single photo of any member sells for millions.
You
Ooh.
don't want to be the target of their next family outing. But like all families, there's bound to be a rebel.
As was the case with the middle child, Killua.
They seriously named him Kill? Hardcore.
Well, it might be a pun on the term kilowatt, but kill is apt, given he's been
Yep.
trained in past tensing people since he was 3.
Past
I'll
tense.
say, at age 14, he was strong enough to open a 64-ton door. Jeez, what kind of workout did his family put him through?
A lot.
Somehow, it gave him 6 skater skills, extendable claws, and rhythm echo, a technique that lets him fool people's senses with
Claw
just his
and
feet.
More accurately, by manipulating the cadence of his footsteps, Killua can create an auditory illusion, capable of tricking even extrasensory abilities.
Killua was a heck of a prodigy, but despite being
okay.
able
Rhythm Echo could affect Netero and Sub-Neon users who normally can sense aura. Sub explicitly fell prey to the illusions, while Netero only... I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, Hunter x Hunter fans, I really do. While only evaded Killua's attacks due to his superior speed and experience. Okay.
to effortlessly rip out hearts, his family still thought he wasn't cold-blooded enough.
Fed up, he ran away. Not to the circus, but to the Hunter Association, an association of people who hunt stuff. There, he tested himself in the Hunters.
There are a variety of hunters with a variety of goals and vocations? Yeah. Ranging from blacklist, treasure, and ruin hunters. To be more obscure, music, sea, poison, and even cute hunters. Okay, so that's what the premise of Hunter x Hunter is. Just, big hunters guild that hunt literally everything. Okay.
Exam. And inevitably had gone head over heels for his new friend, Gon. Get it?
Oh, God, Wiz, are you still taking those waste-of-time improv classes?
Oh, wait, I just realized. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Oh, it's gone. Wait, is it? Or is it gone? I hear gone most times. Like, the character, or the main character for Hunter x Hunter is named, spelled G-O-N, and I keep hearing it as gone. But sometimes some people pronounce it gone, but I'm not sure which one's right. Or, like, I guess just tell me whether or not it's gone or gone.
Yes, and I think it's going pretty well.
Killua's family didn't like him making friends, so they sat him down and then calmly and politely tortured him mercilessly as punishment. It was only thanks to Gon that Killua finally convinced his old man to let him go out on adventures with his buddies.
Sometimes that happens. I hate making that joke, but it is true. Anyway, I'm not gonna explain it. If you understand, you understand. But anyway, real quick. Wait, what was I gonna actually say? Oh yeah, right. So yeah, a lot of this information in terms of like what's happening is gonna be new to me and more explicitly different to what I'm used to. So honestly, I've always been interested in Hunter x Hunter. I've just kind of been on the fence of watching it fully, and just binge watch it and just get it over with. Or maybe I might do a reaction series to it. I don't know what to do specifically for it, but I'll do something. I swear I will.
But this change of heart was no act of compassion. Killua's father saw his freedom as just another step in molding him into a better killer. And in some ways, he was right. Through his adventures, Killua learned Nen, an invisible life force that...
Yeah, it's key. It's always key.
Actually, this one's a bit more complicated. You see, Nen is utilized through 4 main principles. 10 for containing your aura while defending from physical and mental attacks, Zetsu for relieving fatigue and masking your presence, Ren for bolstering strength and influencing emotions,
That's pretty standard so far.
and Hatsu, the unique way in which one's Nen is expressed. This comes in many forms, but all fall into one of 6 types, which represent how proficient a Nen user is at certain techniques.
Oh, it's an RPG class system?
more like a hybrid class system, because most users actually fall somewhere between two categories, giving them differing degrees of proficiency. Techniques from these Nen categories can even be further enhanced by adding rules to their use. Oh, then there are the advanced principles, which...
Oh god, okay, I get it.
But we haven't even talked about Killua's Hatsu yet. Killua is a transmuter enhancer, i.e. he specializes in transmuting his aura into different forms and enhancing the power of himself and others.
I'm sorry, I just looked at myself and I was like... I was slowly trying to open my eyes, like... You know, like, getting real into it and, like... and just trying my best to, like... You know, opening my eyes fully and just, like, going like... This is all interesting. But then I look at myself and look so stupid. But yeah, okay, this is like... Okay, this is one of those, you know, whiz going too deep into this. But I know there are jokes about to come up, but... man, this is a lot to take in for, like, someone who doesn't, or isn't fully, who hasn't gotten into Hunter x Hunter, so this is a lot to take in.
He uses his aura to...
He makes lightning!
Thank you.
Yes, in Killua's hand, lightning becomes a deadly weapon.
Our aura is invisible to normal human transmitter abilities like Hustling Bungee, which possess properties of both rubber and gum, remain invisible as well. Thus, would be the same. Okay. Gum, rubber. Okay, so his lightning is invisible? Man, that sounds terrifying. It's like, what's that fire that's invisible to human eyes, or at least invisible to most, like, normal lighting things, at least until lights are turned off? I think it's ethereal? No, not ethereal. Ethereal or petrol? No, not petrol. Ethereal, some type of E-word flames. And it's really dangerous because it can be set on fire and you cannot see it, and it doesn't go off, or what do you call it? It can't be put out with normal water. It needs to be put out with specific chemicals. Although I think like fire extinguishers might work for that. I think. I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me on that. So by the way, look it up. It's called the Invisible Fire. Look it up and like look at ways of how to deal with it because it's really dangerous. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah. Invisible lightning. That sounds terrifying. Like really terrifying.
Weapon that he can fire down as a bolt, channel through his arms, or send through metal objects.
But I'm not sure if it's true or not. But
yo-yos. These bad boys weigh up to
I don't know.
50 kilograms. See, that's how you make a pun, Wiz. Packing enough to shatter
ain't that great,
trees.
Boomstick.
Shattered Wiz's confidence.
Add in Killua's lightning, and he can electrify anyone who touches them.
And this isn't some
I said it.
magic-y lightning. His bolts have been identified as the real deal more than once.
Meaning, Killua is certainly as fast as actual lightning, especially when he uses it on himself to bust out.
I'm sorry that bouncing around thing he just did. Let me go back a second. So is this what? Is, okay, hold on. Let me actually.
Meaning,
Okay, here we go.
Killua is certainly as fast as actual.
Just him bouncing around the room is kind of funny. I'm sorry if this is a serious scene. I apologize, but actually, that's a question I should ask about Killua here. Is Killua, you know? Well, I know there's like some comedic jokes where it's like, oh look, he's happy. Oh, he's eating chocolate. That's cute. But is Killua mostly kind of like this, where it's like, like, you know, those types of cute jokes can happen rarely. But is that Killua's thing? Like, oh, he's an extremely powerful killer. But he does have a lot of cute moments or somewhat funny things, like that electric lightning yo-yo thing that we just saw. Is that like his whole thing, or is that just some on and off jokes? If anyone could tell me, please tell me.
Actual lightning.
Okay,
Especially when he uses it on himself to bust out Godspeed,
Ooh.
a form that greatly amplifies his agility and power, letting him bypass his synapses to reflexively react to threats.
For regular folk, that much voltage would be too much. But thanks to Killua's training, he can shrug off over 1,000,000.
Oh, that's a lot. Now, let's see. Killua has stated that this is more of a tolerance than an outright resistance or immunity. He still feels great pain, but the amount of voltage would imply a natural resistance to some degree. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, 1,000,000 volts. Ooh.
1,000,000 volts of electricity.
He's also exceptionally crafty. In a Nen fight, every move matters, and strategy almost always triumphs, even against greater strength.
Killua used these powers to battle world-renowned thieves, bomber mercenaries, and ants.
That may
Well-
not sound like much, but these Chimera ants were brutal, murdering and eating people by the hundreds of thousands, then threatening billions. Reminds me of an old experiment gone horribly wrong.
Killua understandably wanted to bail, but Gon pulled him back in, much to his frustration.
Killua wanted to be there for.
Actually, that's also another thing. Is Hunter x Hunter like... Well, it seems like, you know, more lighthearted... Well, not lighthearted, just action-packed, light-esque series, but it has a lot of dark undertones. But are those dark undertones more prominent than I've seen? Because I've seen certain smaller stuff that have happened and some darker aspects to the series here and there. Just slightly mentioned, and it's like... I guess I should ask, which one's more prevalent? Like, I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me whether or not it's like, oh no, Hunter x Hunter is like a balance. It's like, it's, you know, action, lightheartedness, but it has a darker underbelly. So, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of curious about it, because it's like, what is a series' tone and its full story? I know it's like the premise of that, like they just said it, but like, what's Gon's story? So that's kind of what makes me want to actually check it out.
For Gon emotionally, but could not comprehend why he was risking so much against the Chimera ants, going as far as becoming a monster.
In other words, Killua was crushing really hard, but didn't know what to do about Gon's simple-minded impulsiveness. It didn't end well for anyone.
Ooh.
It wasn't all doom and gloom, though. Killua held his own against some of the Chimera ants' best, surviving this forest-consuming blast from one of their captains.
Which, judging by its size, was worth several kilotons.
And he later injured a top-ranking royal guard, Yuppie.
Sure, he ran for the hills the moment Godspeed wore off, and isn't as strong as the weird horseman, but even just damaging someone who can make a crater like this is nothing to sniff at.
But amidst all the fighting, Killua still could not get his family out of his mind. Literally.
As in, his brother, Illumi, put a needle in his head, forcing him to be controlled by self-preservation, ensuring he'd always run when victory isn't guaranteed. Wiz, you think you could call CPS for that?
Thankfully, after some much-needed self-surgery and self-reflection, Killua removed it, overcoming his mental barrier and ready to risk his life for those he cherishes.
Which he did when he finally got himself and his dear sister Alluka away from their demented family. He even brought Gon back from the brink of his creepy Nen coma.
But despite how valuable Gon was as a friend, Killua realized his unhealthy dependence on it.
So he decided to travel with and protect Alluka, finally realizing what he wants to do for the rest of his life. Oh god, the tearful romantic parting!
Still, if Gon or Alluka ever need help, Killua is sure to come running.
Ready to Killua anyone dumb enough to mess with him or those he cares about.
Yeah, that's a pretty good edit. Okay, that's an interesting way of how that story ends. Although, yeah, I guess spoiling this whole is kind of something different. To be fair, I probably won't remember the finer details of Killua's story, but still, it could be interesting to see Hunter x Hunter overall. So, it seems like you know, Killua is pretty powerful. Just, from what I can understand, I think Misaka has more firepower and has something that's even more powerful than what Gon can stand. No, Killua. Why am I thinking of Gon? Anyway, that Killua can withstand. So maybe she's just overall more powerful and quicker. I don't know.
This episode is sponsored
Nothing
by
really is
BetterHelp.
giving me
It can
the
be easy to spend.
extreme amount of, like, what do you call it? Something didn't really catch my attention as being, like, super powerful,
BetterHelp,
but
HELP.com
maybe Misaka might change that? I don't know. Anyway, let's see.
Academy City, a sprawling metropolis filled with schools where Espers train to master their supernatural abilities.
Most of these youngins dream of rivaling the best Espers, but only a few are hardworking and smart enough to do it.
Among them being Tokiwadai Middle School's Level 5 Electro Master, Misaka Mikoto.
Level 5?
Okay,
So she's a
Makoto.
Pokemon, but an anime girl.
Each Esper's power and utility is ranked, with Level 5 being the highest they can normally achieve.
Ah,
And after working up to that level, Misaka became
Jesus.
unstoppable. She can magnetize herself to metal, electrically enhance her
Highest they can.
Okay, Railgun, Electric Princess, Buri. I think that might be I think that might be related to something I've heard about, where it's like in Japan there's like an electric / light noise. It's either pika pika or bri or something like that. Okay, likes Ghetto, Violin, Toma, dislikes Accelerated, Misa, vending machines. I've heard about the whole vending machine things, but I don't know the full context of it. But it seems like they're going right into her abilities and not much into her backstory just yet. So this.
And after working up to that level, Misaka became unstoppable. She can magnetize herself.
I haven't really seen the preview that they did for this character, so this is all new to me.
And generate billions of volts.
In addition, she can make iron sand from
billions, huh? Okay, well, already. Okay, well. Well, there's burying the lead. Okay, yeah, this is also something I heard about. It's like, oh, she can produce more lightning than Killua can withstand or even make. So it's like 1,000,000 towards 1,000,000,000 versus 1,000,000,000. And I don't even think this is her, like, at her max limit yet. So let's see.
Disparate particles in the air to form tornadoes, body decoys, or a sword that vibrates at rapid speeds for enhanced cutting power.
Oh, this is all pretty cool abilities from Lightning.
Anime girl needs a chainsaw. Man, if she gets serious.
Really? That's the way you're... Okay. Well, I guess that's okay to reference Chainsaw Man. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of a little bit like... A little forced there, but okay.
Misaka can even make a friggin' 6 million ton kaiju out of it.
With such tremendous power, Misaka put an end to many crimes, earning fear among criminals, admiration among her peers, and lots of personal pride.
Though Misa's iron sand has no set density, her kaiju was exclusively equally massive to the golem made of reinforced concrete she was fighting. Size was determined by comparing its surrounding to the buildings. Okay.
And her abilities. There was nothing she couldn't overcome.
Nothing except the bane of all tsunderes, a frizzy-haired, dumbass anime protagonist.
Enter Kamijo Toma.
Okay, so we're not really getting into her backstory much at the beginning of her things, just talking about the things she can do. I guess it kind of makes sense. Is that how she was introduced in the anime? I don't know.
A level 0 nobody who Misaka could not harm, no matter how many times she tried.
Oh, I hate you, but I secretly love you, and it'll work out in the end. Shut up! But she'd have more than a dork like Toma to worry about. As amazing as Academy City is, it's more corrupt than New York real estate. Years ago, Misaka gave some shady...
Sorry, that New York real estate thing reminded me of... I think it was in New York, was it? There was this Twitter post where someone said, like, oh yeah, there was this empty lot in New York that's having a small dispute or problem, and somebody wants to, like, different buyers to it that have been showcased, like, a money laundering or some type of criminal-esque activity to it. And it's like, people make jokes about it being like, oh wait, is this Yakuza? Because that's literally something that happened in a Yakuza game. So I'm wondering if it's referencing that or just a general jab at, you know, wait, what did he say again?
To worry about. As amazing as Academy City is, it's more corrupt than New York real estate.
Oh yeah, okay, just general New York real estate. Is that what it is? Well, either way, it's a funny joke, and it does remind me of something kind of funny.
Years ago, Misaka gave some shady scientists a sample of her DNA, being promised it'd help cure tons of fatal diseases.
Instead, they made tens of thousands of clones of her, sending them all to be slaughtered one by one.
Specifically against another level 5 and A-tier edgelord named Accelerator. By farming all these clones, they hoped he would finally get enough EXP to become a mythic level 6. Is that seriously all it takes?
What?
How does this Esper stuff work?
What?
Glad you asked. Espers represent the scientific side of the world, a side I'm so familiar with. All Espers possess an involuntary movement or AIM diffusion field that manifests their power, letting them consciously alter reality.
Changing reality with your mind. Isn't that just magic?
Let me tell you why that bull. Okay, so it's more of a Okay, so this is more of like I guess a slight spiritual fight versus a mental slash science fight. I guess you could look at it like that. Well, I mean, it's similar esque abilities like lightning related kids who are secondary to the protagonist of their series, so or somewhat secondary. Okay,
Au contraire, Boomstick, it's quite scientific. Look at Misaka's signature move, the railgun. Many real-life railguns use a set of parallel conductors to generate Lorentz force. By envisioning imaginary rails between herself and her target, Misaka can create a similar yet greater effect, accelerating the speed and kinetic force of a projectile, usually a coin, into a concussive bullet. It's beautiful. It's science.
How long are you gonna be nerding out over this?
Come on, this is like my one thing.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, it is his one thing. But yeah, okay, so, like, I'm just thinking, like, science-esque stuff, okay. Okay, in all honesty, I'm not sure if I'm too interested in a certain magical index. Wait, if this is all science, why is it called magical? Maybe there's something more to it and I'm just missing it, I don't know. Or maybe it is going to be revealed it's magic, I don't know. But yeah, Magical Index kind of also seems interesting, but I'm a little confused. It's an animated series, right? Or a manga, right? So, yeah, could check it out too. It does seem interesting enough where it's like, does kind of make me want to go and see it. Although I'm not sure if this video is making me.
Where was I? Oh yeah, thousands of dead clones. Traumatized by the endless slaughter, Misaka felt
Some statements claim that Railgun fires at Mach 3, but this is inconsistent with its power output. It outsped a 22 missile and was described as subliminal, so it likely varies due to air resistance and Misaka's restraint.
enormous guilt.
Huh?
You see it all the time with horrific experiments.
Sure, buddy.
She worked for days to end the clone project, but concluded it would have to end with her sacrifice.
But Toma butted in, giving Misaka the support she needed in her darkest hour, while also punching out Albino Magneto with his Esper-proof fist.
Misaka had shouldered her burden for so long that she forgot how to rely on others. This wake-up call from her newfound crush was exactly what she needed.
But even with Accelerator decelerated, Misaka kept fighting Academy City's underbelly, all to protect her friends and free her sister clones she befriended. She dealt with a lot of trouble on the way, but
Missions require the Mix network, which was done against her will. She cannot assume these forms. Oh. Wait, she has transformations? Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So, okay, level 6. Okay, that's interesting. Looks like that's not going to be in the death battle. Oh, well.
had the power to do it.
In her battle with a killer cyborg lady, Misaka conjured a city-spanning storm, which, by measuring the size of the cloud relative to the city, would require over 58 kilotons of energy to make.
Kilotons. She's also fought other level 5s, not just Accelerator. She got into a middle school beef with a snobby telepath.
52. Okay, let's see. Spontaneous invented the railgun, reacted to particle beams. Condensed 52 million tons of water, tons of steel. Okay, okay. Just double checking a few small things.
Fought this explosive weirdo and dodged particle beams from an unhinged Karen.
The electrons of which can accelerate to high relativistic speeds.
It's no shock. Misaka's
Accelerated electrons are normally either wave or... Oh, wait. Is the quality of video not great? Oh, shit. I apologize if it hasn't been good this entire time. Jesus. Okay, accelerated electrons are normally either wave or particle, but Migino's ability forces them in between state, maintaining both relative speed of a wave and concussive force of a particle.
Actions are that fast. Given her lightning has been stated to be light speed on 5 different occasions.
More than just her powers, though, Misaka's greatest asset is her intellect.
Yeah, that's also something I heard. She's light speed, or her attacks are light speed, so they're faster than what Gon... Oh, why do I keep saying Gon? What Killua can outspeed, so she's just going to essentially just kill him if she could. If this was more realistic, she'd just point, shoot, and it'd be done. But I understand why they need to do these sorts of battles, to, play up the fight. And it's fine if they do that. So, in all honesty, I don't know. Maybe the fight will be more interesting once I actually see it.
Might not look it, but high-level espers constantly perform tons of nerd math just to make their powers work.
And understanding other powers has been just as vital to Misaka's survival. Take her bout with the magic Valkyrie, Brunhild.
Remember when Wiz said espers were the science side of the world? Well, these weirdos are packing the magic. A single mistake from Misaka could have meant death. But she still stalemated Brunhild.
Now,
Oh, okay, so that's where the whole magical index name comes from. Okay, so it's science versus magic in their world. At least that's as far as I'm getting from this. If I'm wrong, please tell me.
Brunhild was still stronger and faster, but it
Oh, wait. Through Brunhild's power varies, it was stated she was unhindered against Misaka was practically weaker, and her abilities allowed her to remain competitive for extended, indecisive bouts. Okay.
Impressive Misaka was able to harm a
Misaka,
Saint,
okay.
who are normally only deployed against foes capable of leveling mountains.
Ooh.
One such foe, Hell, froze 100 kilometers of ocean.
You'd think this means Misaka can take on all sorts of magical baddies. But alas, the power creep says otherwise.
He's
Ooh.
actually serious. When you're dealing with crazy magicians and magic gods, even a level 5 Esper struggles to keep up.
During the New Testament and Genesis Testament light novels, Misaka used a mech suit called the Anti-Art Attachment. However, it was fairly divorced from her normal power set and currently destroyed. Ah, okay.
Misaka valued her abilities so highly that she struggled to maintain her self-esteem when they weren't enough.
A shame Misaka cares so much about getting stronger when Toma appreciates her as a person first and foremost.
While certainly
Feel
a flaw,
awkward.
that ever-persistent hard-headedness will also keep Misaka around, no matter the stakes.
So watch out, because this pint-sized 14-year-old is quite literally a walking railgun.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
This episode is sponsored
So they're
by
both
HelloFresh.
14, I believe they just stated.
I
So,
love to cook, but every time I
Okay,
have
okay.
Wiz over,
So,
I'm the home cook.
not they. I know they kind of talked about like Misaka's story in terms of what she's dealing with clones, but not really much on her backstory. Okay. Guess it's not too important in the series. Oh well. Or maybe if it is and they just forgot about it or didn't mention it, please tell me. But as for this fight, yeah, I think,
All right, the combatants are
yeah, I'm
set.
gonna have to
Run
go
the
with
data through all
Killua, I
possibilities.
guess.
It's time for a death.
They actually did make those. How did they find an image where both of them made a cat face like this?
battle!
I'm just reminded of the other cat thing was like, meow. Anyway, I really don't know what else to say. Like, I think Misaka still has this, considering all the stuff she stated to have done. There's some pretty decent abilities and pretty powerful-esque stuff Killua's dealt with too, but it seems like he's outmatched here, at least in terms of speed and damage. At least as far as I could tell. So maybe they might like pull something out where it's like, oh no, we said this, but as far as I can tell, I think Misaka should win this, I think. I don't know. But the background looks pretty good. Like, I'm not sure if...
Hey, that's mine. I've been looking for it all day. Give it here.
You want it? Come and get it.
Is Killua like that where he just, like, steals it?
Coins, huh? I had a butler who used these.
Like, the background is pretty cool, but I'm not sure if it fits, like, the sprite works, but whatever.
Focus. It's a trick of sound, not sight. Gotcha. He's good at hand to hand. Better keep my distance.
She has stronger lightning. Gotta get in close. No,
problem.
Just pulling out the skateboard. Got in close. I understand what she means by that, but still. Ooh. that yo-yo come out of his... Did that yo-yo come out from his skateboard?
Now's my chance.
Okay.
You don't know when to quit.
Okay, that's pretty cool to have it, you know, go upside down a bit. I guess the sprites in this model where it's like the showcasing them a little bit more is a little bit weird, but it's not too bad. Oh, Jesus. All this for a coin. Oh, Jesus.
Putting this thing together with electromagnet,
All that just to destroy a building. Jesus Christ.
meaning it can be disrupted.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Oh.
Distance, 35 meters. Altitude, 45, 40, now.
Ooh. Ooh. A little disturbing with you laughing with the blood all over you, but okay.
The angle, the electromagnetism, the science. It's.
All right, take a breather there, champ.
Whew. Well,
Okay, so okay. Not sure if like I feel as if that kind of did get me like oh okay, and then it's like a little bit of surprise, so that's pretty good. So overall, I thought that fight was pretty decent, pretty good. Nothing like that made me go oh my god, but it's still pretty good. At least it had a interesting fake out there for a sec.
Killua's assassin training made him a vicious threat. Misaka's abilities and know-how gave her the counter she needed in this mind-numbing battle of wits.
Killua could survive kilowatt-ton level blasts, and given some
Okay.
leeway, could scale to Yuppie, whose crater feat was worth 18 megatons of TNT.
Impressive, but the storm Misaka created
Moral to whom Killua scales was able to block UP's explosion while at only 35%, even upscaling the result to 51 megatons based on this percentage. Misaka was still powerful. Okay.
beat anything Killua has done directly.
Yeah.
And given similar scaling to Brunhild, who Misaka not only harmed but stalemated, her output could reach hundreds of megatons of TNT.
Ooh.
Meaning, no matter which numbers are used, Misaka would always have the advantage in raw electrical power.
No surprise there.
Yeah.
Killua may have shrugged off a million.
Can shut down internal organs, allowed to end the fight immediately. Likewise, primarily relates to pain tolerance, not targeted.
Volts
Ooh.
of electricity,
Ugh.
but Misaka can dish out and survive billions.
Yeah,
Still,
that's what I
both
got.
characters have contended with and harmed stronger opponents, and the two power systems they work under have allowed weaker opponents to defeat stronger ones in the past.
So, might alone wouldn't net either a win. Plus, Killua was way better at hand-to-hand and physically stronger.
Isn't
Knowing
that what
his
this
crafty
means?
assassin skills, things could have gone south for Misaka if she wasn't careful.
But fortunately for the railgun, she was. Her fight with Brunhild shows she knows how to deal with tough, up-close threats while keeping her distance.
And being able to dodge particle beams meant Misaka was more
Statements suggesting most characters cannot surpass the speed of sound. However, these are repeatedly contradicted by various other feats and statements.
than fast enough to
okay.
react to even Killua's lightning-quick speed.
Add to that her bigger pool of powers, and she had plenty of ways to counter Rhythm Echo, since Killua was lightning, or just pin him in place long enough to pull off a railgun finisher. Killua was strong, but he wasn't gonna outmuscle 6 million tons of iron sand.
Killua was a prodigy in all things Nen, lightning, and killing, but Misaka's varied electro powers, quick reflexes, and scientific brilliance let her cash in a win.
But hey, at least she let Killua keep the change. She Killua-would him.
The winner is Misaka Mikoto.
I don't know how I feel about that last pun there, Boomstick.
Thanks for watching.
Eh.
Stay tuned. We have a new Death Battle releasing every 2 weeks this
anyway.
year. And click the join button to get new perks and extra content. Planet level members even see Death Battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
Alright, let's see. Summer's coming to what? Oh, right. Okay, this is the one I was thinking of. But let me really quickly read that out again.
Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
Okay, let's see. This summer's coming. Summer's coming this year from Far Out. Okay, so it's Rocket Raccoon and Stitch. Okay. Experiment 626 versus Rocket. Disney versus Marvel. Shouldn't that be just Disney versus Disney at that point? I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay, Stitch versus Rocket. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I'm just wondering if they're going to include the Stitch anime, because in that one, there was a feat that was actually pretty extensive. Like, Stitch survived a bomb that went into a black hole that was stated to destroy a galaxy or a universe? Or maybe it's just galaxy. I just remember it was a black hole feat anyway, so it's like, I don't think Rocket has that, or has the strength to deal with that. But it depends on whether or not they're going to include it, because it was from an anime that was a little bit, like, not different. It was just a separate anime from what we usually see for the, well, what was it? From the usual Stitch series. And if you haven't heard of it, don't worry, it never really released or got dubbed over in America. I guess it's because Lilo wasn't in it and Disney didn't want to fully, I guess, market it around here, I guess. I don't know. I've heard that I think I've heard some people be like, it's an okay anime. So, I'm not sure. But, yeah, that's it for this episode, and I don't know, I thought it was pretty good, or pretty decent. I guess nothing really like stand out to me as like amazing or great, but nothing was too bad either. So, and if you guys actually enjoyed this video, please tell me if you did, and if you think I should like check out certain magical index and Hunter x Hunter, also tell me, and I might do something about that. Maybe just watch it on my own time, or maybe I might do a reaction to it. You guys tell me. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of, Death Battle. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and also support the original video as always. And I'll keep it into I'll put it into the description below. I think I forgot to do that in the last one, so I apologize. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, sign on my bots. Take care. Oh, sorry, I accidentally.